Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes. So for today's video, I found this awesome article right here going over the best college players on every single NBA team. The reason I thought this would be interesting is because I'm sure there's a lot of really good college players. I'm thinking of Tyler Hansbrough, players like that, Jimmy Fredette that went to the NBA and they were kind of garbage in the NBA, but at the same time when they were in college, they were absolute beasts. So I'm really curious to see who he's going to be on this list right here. If you guys can do me a quick favor and please drop a like on this video, guys, it would be greatly appreciated. Also, if you're interested in more NBA discussion content, I do a ton of it over on my second channel, Extra Crispy, link in the description below. Hope to see you guys also over there. So here we go, the best player on every NBA team that played college basketball. So the first one we have is Mike Muscala. Damn, dude. Okay, that's a hell of a start right there from Bucknell. Winner number 31, my favorite basketball number, by the way. But yeah, it says he averaged 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks per game. I know his bitch ass don't do that shit in the actual, NBA now, but that's still really impressive that he did that in college. So good for him, guys. Hell of a start right there, Mike Muscala. Next up, we have Al Horford of the Boston Celtics. So I believe he was on that Florida team that won 3 straight national championships. Or no, it looks like it was back-to-back. That team had Corey Brewer on it, I believe. Also Joakim Noah. So I think Al Horford was actually a power forward on that team. Average 13 points, 2 assists, and 9.5 rebounds. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Noah is listed as the Knicks player. It might be Trey Burke, though, because he did get a, I think he was player of the year on Michigan Wolverines. So here we go. Next up, we have Jahlil Okafor of the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, he was a beast at Duke, and he actually had a really good NBA rookie season. I think his numbers were actually pretty much similar to his college stats. It's just that the type of center Jahlil Okafor is now, back to the basket, little defense, not the quickest player. It's just really not the type of center that is sought out in the NBA anymore, and for that reason, it's he's struggling. If he played, back about a decade ago or something like that, this dude would be a bona fide beast. But it's just he was good in college where you can kind of get away with that style of play because, for one, he had the athletic ability over everybody else as far as, just having that NBA body out there, plus his post moves, footwork, just did not really translate to the NBA game. Next up, we have Kemba Walker, Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, he was on UConn, guys. I remember that nasty step back that he did, guys. I think it was in the championship game. It might have been the game before that, but I think it was a championship game. Might have actually even been a game winner. So, yeah, he averaged 24 points, 5 assists, he had 5 rebounds out there, too. He was beasting. It says he edged out Frank Kaminsky, who I remember was a beast on Wisconsin, I believe it was. So, yeah, Kemba Walker, definitely a good choice for UConn. Chicago Bulls, Denzel Valentine, averaged 19 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds per game. So, yeah, this is right around the 2013-2014 college era. That's a big-time season that I watched because my Michigan Wolverines was good. Also, Michigan State had Matt Costello on that team, who was somebody I actually went to high school with. So, I watched a lot of Denzel Valentine when he was playing for Michigan and everything like that. This was actually the 2015-2016 senior year of his right there. But, yeah, Denzel Valentine looks like he's finally starting to figure things out somewhat in the NBA on the Chicago Bulls. I always kind of said he was a shooting guard / small forward version of Draymond Green. Somebody that's not going to do, not going to put up big time numbers, but he's going to do a little bit of everything at the position he does play. So next up we have Kevin Love of the Cleveland Cavaliers. 18, yeah, we all know LeBron didn't go to college, right? 18 points, 2 assists, 11 rebounds per game for UCLA. He said he played a huge role in the trip to the Final Four and earned Pac-12 Player of the Year. Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this, guys. Was Kevin Love on the same team as Russell Westbrook? I know they both played for UCLA, but was that the same year? I think it was. I think we'll probably actually figure that out here, too, later on. Dallas Mavericks, Dougie McBuckets. Yeah, man. Oh, my God. Dougie McBuckets on Creighton. Such good memories. This dude freaking filled up the basket. 27 points, 7 rebounds per game. A prime example of the Adam Morrison, Jimmy Fredette type of player where it's just yeah, big-time scores in their college. But when it came to the NBA, it's Dougie does get buckets. That's all he does do. He doesn't get a lot of playing time, mainly because of his defense. Next up, we got Paul Millsap of the Denver Nuggets. So, he was at Louisiana Tech. Says he was a rebounding machine, guys. 20 points, 13 rebounds, 2.3 blocks per game. I do not actually remember when he was picked. When was Paul Millsap picked in the draft? You guys can let me know in the comment section below. Cause I wonder if he was a steal or maybe if he was a late first rounder or something like that. Might have been a top draft pick. I'd have zero memory of him even being drafted. Next up, we got Blake Griffin. So, yeah, I remember that 2009 Oklahoma season. I think he was in the championship game. Cause I remember watching him and just being this dude can throw it down. And then it's just now he plays for my Detroit Pistons, which is pretty cool. Andre Drummond was a pretty good college player. I think Stanley Johnson had a few good moments. I mean, all these guys were good players in college. That's why they're NBA players. But yeah, Blake Griffin, 23 points, 14 rebounds per game. Yeah, I don't know, man. He's definitely not getting them 14 rebounds like he used to, but his athleticism is not as good as it once was. I also think that Blake Griffin's brother played on the same team as him too, so I think that was kind of cool. Okay, advertisement. Okay, next up we have Texas Golden State Warriors Kevin Durant. Yes, because Durant was the second pick in the draft, behind Greg Oden, who was drafted by Portland Trailblazers. Took yet another L when it came to drafting players, right? Well, I mean, Greg Oden did have injuries, so that, you know, that kind of sucks and everything. But yeah, Durant, 26 points, 11 rebounds per game. I'm actually kind of surprised he only got 1.3 assists, because you feel like with the type of player Durant is, that he would have averaged about 5 assists at least in college. But at the same time, too, it's like what other players were around him. I don't really remember the team at all. But yeah, this was back in 2007 that he was drafted by the Seattle Supersonics, where he played his rookie season before moving to the OKC Thunder. Yeah, Kevin Durant, he's a beast in college, beast now. Next up, we got Chris Paul. Okay, so I don't remember his time at Wake Forest, but I remember he had this really crazy game. I don't know if it was at Wake Forest or if it was in high school, where I believe one of his family members passed away. He like dedicated the game to him and dropped like freaking 80 points or something like that. It must have been high school, and it probably wasn't 80 points. I know it was a lot though. But yeah, 15 points, 7 assists, 4.5 rebounds. Look at those stats right there. It's actually kind of surprising, man, just because like those are good numbers. Those are good point guard numbers, but it definitely was not really a good representation of just the dominant point guard he is now, man. Averaging about 20 points per game, getting about 10 assists per game out there too. Rebounding, he's always been a good rebounder for a 6-foot point guard. I think he's like 6'1", so yeah, definitely a beast. James Harden, what kind of numbers did he put up? Because must not be that good though, you know, if Chris Paul is listed higher than him. All right, next up we got Darren Collison, the Indiana Pacers at UCLA. So this is back in the 2009 season. 14 points, 5 assists, which is good, basic, solid. Yeah, it says right there, solid college point guard, and that's kind of what he is now in the NBA. Just a good, solid point guard, where it's like, yeah, he's not the best, not the worst though. He's just, if you need a point guard, Darren Collison's there for you. All right, next we got Derek Williams of Arizona, 20 points, 8 rebounds per game. He was supposed to be like the next big thing, like big time player, and then he just was kind of a bust in the NBA. I really don't know why either, because I think he can play power forward. He's athletic. I think he can somewhat shoot. So you feel like the type of player that Derek Williams is, like his makeup, would be perfect for today's NBA. And just, I don't know if it's work ethic or something else. Just not really good. All right, next we got Sam Decker from Wisconsin on the Clippers. I remember him. He played with Frank Kaminsky. 14 points, 6 rebounds out there. He was always just like a good, consistent player. I remember that Wisconsin team. All right, Mike Conley. Yeah, he went to Ohio State. 11 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. I mean, those are okay numbers. It's like, I guess that's probably the best they got. Freaking Memphis Grizzlies kind of a bum-ass team right now. So, I mean, it's not like you have a lot of players to choose from. But, yeah, those are just okay numbers. It says he was overshadowed at Ohio State. But I think he was drafted like number 4 or something like that by Memphis. All right, next up, we got Dwayne Wade of Marquette. Yeah, this was that 2003 draft class. 22 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. And my Detroit Pistons still passed him up for freaking Darko Milicic, who, God, let's continue. All right, we got Jabari Parker from Duke, 19 points, 9 rebounds per game. He was a one-and-done at Duke. So it says he was number 3 seed in the tournament. I don't remember how good that Duke team did. I think they got kind of like upset in the tournament or something like that. All right, Derrick Rose from Memphis on the Minnesota Timberwolves. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Did he actually get like, he didn't get like player of the year, did he? Because those do not look like player of the year numbers. But yeah, I remember that Memphis game. It was against Kansas, I believe. Was it Kansas that won that because Mario Chalmers hit some game-winning free throws? I think that's correct. All right, we got Anthony Davis. I mean, yeah, Anthony Davis, no matter where he plays at, going to be a freaking beast. 14 points, 10 rebounds per game. But even with that, too, it's like, that's not really that great a number. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not saying they're bad numbers, guys. I'm just saying, I guess from a college standpoint, they're really good because it is only 40-minute games, and it's just a different type of pace out there, too. So it looks like we got, that's probably Jeremy Lamb right there, isn't it? I think that's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist on the left side. But who else was on that Kentucky team? Was that around like DeMarcus Cousins era? I think that was just after it, right? Like maybe a year or 2 after it. Yeah, next we have Joakim Noah. Yes, he does play for the Knicks, guys. I mean, this isn't really fair because he doesn't actually play on the Knicks, but he is on the Knicks. So I guess it makes sense from that standpoint. 12 points, 8 rebounds per game out there, and some really good defense too. So yeah, him and Al Horford, absolutely unstoppable front court for the Florida Gators. Back-to-back champions, and I mean, that team had like 4 or 5 NBA players come off of it. Next up, we got Carmelo Anthony of Syracuse. Yeah, they won the national championship, 22 points, 10 rebounds per game out there. Pretty much the same player now in the NBA too. Just a guy that's gonna, you know, get the points. I don't think he doesn't nearly get 10 rebounds per game. I think he used to actually be a pretty good rebounder back in like his NBA prime and stuff. But yeah, Melo, another part of that 2003 NBA draft class. Aaron Aflalo of UCLA. So yeah, I actually remember Aaron Aflalo. I watched like, it was like a 15 to 20 minute like documentary about Aaron Aflalo just because he was on the Pistons, and he was actually one of my favorite players on the team, but the Pistons decided once again to make the wrong move and trade him away instead of Rodney Stuckey, where they should have invested in this man right here, because he had like a 20-point per game season on the Orlando Magic, just like a workhorse out there. 17 points, 3 rebounds per game. So yeah, I actually liked him a lot. Went to the Final Four and the title game in college. Won Pac-12 Player of the Year. But I think he was actually drafted, I think like 28th overall. Might have even been like an early second-round draft pick. Next up we got, yeah, JJ Redick. Oh my god, so many good memories, guys. Oh my god, like I watch JJ Redick now and it's like, yeah, I think of him as a 3-point shooter, but I just remember just watching like freaking YouTube highlights of this dude at Duke. This dude was freaking Stephen Curry before Stephen Curry existed in the NBA, guys. This dude was Jimmer before Jimmer was around. I mean, this dude right here just absolutely was a sniper from 3-point line. Wow, it was so much fun to watch him. Damn, some good memories right there. I can't believe that was, what, 12 years ago at this point? I remember that shit like it was yesterday. Next up, we got Jared Dudley at Boston College. 19 points, 8 rebounds per game. I know Jared Dudley, I believe he played his beginning of his NBA career on the Phoenix Suns. Could be wrong about that. I'm totally probably wrong. But yeah, it said he played in 2 different conferences in college and excelled in each, and was all All-American. Good for him. Evan Turner, Ohio State. Yeah, I remember he had a game-winning shot against my Michigan Wolverines. I was so pissed, guys. I was so pissed because I was just like, I was watching the game. I wasn't watching a lot of college ball at that time. But I was like, you know what, man? I'm going to watch this Michigan game. And this damn dude, Evan Turner, it was a freaking nice shot, too. It was like behind the 3-point line, I believe. Oh, my God. 20.6 assists, 9 rebounds per game. And it looked like he was going to be one of those players in the NBA that could do a little bit of everything. But now it's just like, he got a bitch-ass contract on the Trailblazers. He had a pretty good season on the Boston Celtics, and that was about it. Next up, we got Buddy Hield of Oklahoma. So, yo, I forgot Buddy Hield did go to Oklahoma, didn't he? Because now we got, like, Trae Young's the big dude from Oklahoma, you know, big-time shooter. And I'm just going to say, like, we see the 25 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. I mean, if this is any indication, then Trae Young ain't going to be that good of an NBA player. I mean, I guess you can't really compare him because he has a whole, you know, different man and everything, and he's a bit of a better passer than Buddy Hield. Buddy is, like, a good shooter, though, in the NBA, so he's got that going for him. Even better college player, though. And then next up, we have Rudy Gay. Went to UConn 2006, 15 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds per game. It says he wasn't the best player in the country like many projected him to be, but he was still very efficient. Kind of like the NBA player he is now. I know he had a lot of good years on the Memphis Grizzlies. You know, about 20-point per game scorer. You know, I mean, that team, I think Zach Randolph and, you know, like Marc Gasol was always the face of that franchise, Mike Conley. But Rudy Gay was always just like a really consistent player like he was in college. And then we got DeMar DeRozan, USC, 14 points per game, 6 rebounds. Not gonna lie, guys, I don't remember a single minute. Oh, yo, look how fat Draymond looks, guys. Oh my god, dude. That dude was a freaking fat boy in college. I remember it too. Come on, Draymond. Oh, that dude lost some weight. Damn. Yo, moving on, man. I think this is the final one. We got, I think we still got Washington Wizards, don't we? We got Derek Favors. He was number 2 drafted, I believe, in the 2010, 2011 NBA draft. 12 points, 8 rebounds per game, 2 blocks. Another player that just, his game does not really translate to the current era of the NBA because he can't quite play center, and he can't really stretch the floor enough to play power forward, so he just kind of, he does play, just not really the greatest fit alongside Rudy Gobert. And that's it, guys. I could have swore the Washington Wizards was skipped, but I could be wrong about that. Anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below who is your favorite all-time college player that you got to watch. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.